Let's look at chat. I wish I could make an unmonetized YouTube channel where I just talk about and do things I'm passionate about, but I'm too young and awkward for that, I'm afraid. Well, I started when I was really young. It was a lot different back then, I'll say that much, and what I started out with was not actually anything I was passionate about. I was really just making funny videos to pass the time. All of those videos are gone now. I would make these like Gary's Mod videos of all the ragdolls like talking to each other and all that stuff, and I just had solid good fun. And those videos in particular weren't ever like well received. Nobody watched those. There was one video where I was basically doing my take on a machinima called Freeman's Mind, which is a Half-Life playthrough, but there was a guy talking over it. And it's pretty popular. It's got a very particular sense of humor that's very unique, which is probably why so many people enjoyed it. Point is, I, as a small child, decided it would be a great idea to try to do my take on that. But I was doing it in Gary's Mod, and I had a whole bunch of like gun mods, and I was just killing every single NPC. And, you know, I was just having fun, right? But the crazy thing is, some people did find it, and they were the worst kind of people to find it. They were people who watched videos in like a Skype call together, because it was Skype back then. It might have actually been TeamSpeak, now that I think about it. It might have been that old. But they were watching the video together in a voice chat of some sort. And they were just really digging into it, really calling out just how shit it is. They did not care that I was a child. It wasn't really, it was a wild time because they had no fear. They were able to call me all sorts of nasty words. Oh my god. They were able to call me all sorts of nasty words, and they were able to get away with it back then because those nasty words weren't really viewed as nasty back then. But yeah, back then it wasn't about getting famous. You don't have to make a YouTube channel with the intention of being watched or perceived or anything, because honestly, that's the curse. That's the thing that people think they want, and then as soon as they get it, it could go one of two ways. Either you immediately love it or you immediately hate it. My favorite comedian of all time, my favorite comedian of all time, Bo Burnham, has entire acts surrounded around the concept of fame and how he wanted to be viewed, and he wanted to be perceived, and he wanted to be an entertainer. But once he had it, he realized just how much pressure it is, and how having all those eyes and all that attention on you at once can really change your mindset in an instant. And in more recent times, a very popular VTuber named, well, I'm sure you've heard of her. She's Gargura. Gargura is retiring from her position at her company HoloLive, and she cited in her video announcing it that she was not expecting so much attention in so little time, and it really made it hard to, like, she couldn't keep food down and stuff, which it all sounds right to me, because I went through that, not because of fame, but it was like anxiety in my younger years, when I was around the time well, this was actually way before I made that first YFM video, so maybe not. But I was going through a lot of anxiety at some point, and I could only imagine how... Oh, I'm all out of torches. Alright. No more exploring for me. I don't remember what I was talking about. Well, yeah, the long and short version of it is, if you want to make a YouTube channel with the pure intent of just creating content, you can do it, and I personally think you should, because creativity is a great way to learn. Like, if you have the desire to create, you will learn from your own creation. And even if nobody sees it, you will enjoy what you're doing. And you'll find that if people start to like what you're doing... Oh, you bastard. Oh, thank God. If people enjoy what you're doing, there's a strong possibility you will get to capitalize off of that, especially if you still enjoy doing it. In my case, I really liked making reviews of things. The only things I really feel comfortable talking about having made are a video on the video game V Rising, which isn't that good in my opinion, so I have it unlisted and tucked away in a playlist somewhere. That and all of the Your Favorite Martian videos, plus some other things that I'm not going to get into. But that said, I really enjoyed making reviews about things, but I fell into a pit where I appealed to a fandom that I wasn't... Oh, shit. Where I appealed to a fandom I wasn't a part of. So people expected more fandom-based content, and I gave them more fandom-based content because there was more I could make, but at the same time, it wasn't really what I truly wanted to make. But I couldn't just, like, leave it be because it was the thing that was my claim to fame, right? So, yeah, it was an odd situation for me where I was creating for the sake of creation rather than because I was passionate in it. Now, there is some passion in the videos. I'm not going to deny that. Like, even if even if I'm not like a huge Your Favorite Martian fan, I still created some really good videos that I'm very proud of. But, you know, there's a sense to it that's missing, is what I'm trying to say. There's a personal beauty to it that is left in the dark because I made it to appeal to my viewers more than myself. In this version of Minecraft, you need food to heal, just like you need food to heal in normal Minecraft, but it's different because you start healing as soon as you eat, and there's no hunger bar or anything, so that all wraps around to me saying you might not want all those eyes on you. Like, for some people, it's fine, and they adapt to it very well. For some people, it takes a really long time to adapt to all the attention. And in my opinion, your first instinct shouldn't be, I want attention. Like, especially on the internet, where everything is just getting worse. People's attention spans are rapidly lowering because corporations are creating methods of keeping your attention span low. So long-form content to the current generation of people, I say current, as if, like, there's only one generation that exists, but the current youth generation is kind of only really interested in things that don't take very long to get to the point of. So that's why TikTok and even an app as old as Vine got so popular, because for Vine it was just funny, right? At least that's what I think. For Vine it was funny to have like a really short video. But if Vine knew the domino effect that it would create, I wonder if they would have even like gone through with making it. Because Vine proved that you didn't need a long editing process. You didn't need to think about a topic and really go in depth and explain it. You could just make a funny video in 7 seconds and people would love it. And that led to Musical.ly and whatever else was maybe before that. And then that led to TikTok. And now we have TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels and Instagram Reels. And it's all so awful, isn't it? Like, that's what I have learned. That people's attention is a valuable thing. And these corporations don't care about you. They just want your attention. That's it. The one thing they want is your attention so that they can monopolize it and sell you things and keep your eyes on the prize. Do not fall for it. That is my honest advice. Do not fall for their tricks. They want your attention. You can enjoy a little bit as a treat, all right? I'm not going to try to gatekeep people from watching short content, right? But you know, if you find yourself only watching that, please, I challenge you to watch a nice long documentary or something, right? Like, stretch your brain, stretch the muscles. No matter how big or small your brain is, just please watch something long form and give meaning to a person's creative process. Wow, I'm really parched after talking about all that. That was a passionate conversation for me. But yeah, no, corporations, they don't care about you. It's the sad, sad truth. Amazon doesn't care about you. YouTube doesn't care about you. None of them. They're all wretches. They all want you to get famous so that they can make money. And they're going to use you. Every single one of them. And the worst part is, we all want to be used by them. Because without them, we would be nothing at this point. Like, to create something that has meaning in the modern day is to use the internet. It's really, really hard to do anything outside of the digital world. It's basically impossible these days. Point is, people don't associate with the analog world so much anymore. So, like, you can't really get famous unless you do it through the internet now. That's at least my perspective. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty much just talking about nothing. Chicken jockey.